We are so back. Yes, people, I have returned after what was probably a legendary refresh pull. I've come back onto your recommendation feed. So get your eats, get whatever you need, get the table set, because we're gonna dive right in. With the World Cup only a matter of days away, I think it's only right we predict what's gonna happen. Jumping straight into Group A, we got teams like Mexico, South Africa. Okay, the shortened version is throwing me off, but the flag is what I'm going off of here. South Korea and the Czech Republic. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like there are two clear teams who are advancing here, and there's a third clear. It's just like pretty clear what's going on in this group. I got Mexico topping, and of course, some people are gonna say, "But what about South Korea?" Hold on, think for a second. Is this World Cup being played again? Yes, North America. And how hot can North America get? Very. Trick question. I feel the weather is going to play like a major factor in this World Cup, and I feel like the Mexican players are more suited to it. They've grown up in this heat. I mean, if anyone says it doesn't matter that much, they're top app. You've never lived in Texas in the middle of like July, hot day, running out. No one's foolish enough to try to run outside, especially at noon on a hot summer's day in any southern part of the U.S., probably even in the north, and I'm assuming the same applies down in Mexico as well. So I got them topping the group purely because they're built for this. Not only do they got the home support, they're more acclimated to the environment. And in second place, I got the South Korea led by the one and only Son Heung-min. I feel like, they're aging just a bit, more specifically Son, but the rest of the team up and coming, got new players popping up here and there throughout Europe, so I feel like they can really push for second even with an aging Son. So in third, I got the Czech Republic, meaning I have South Africa fourth. Hey, this ain't 2010 no more. It's no longer time for Africa. This ain't it. The quality of the team of South Africa, I'm sorry, it's just lacking. Maybe hit up Shakira. She can, get like a deal with y'all going. Use her voodoo magic, and then you'll have another like Shabalala moment. You feel me? But then the Czech Republic, really, they qualified. Not the easiest qualification process, but still, they're a physical team, still aging a bit, but you never know. They could I wouldn't even be surprised if they got second or even first, because it's still a team who got very good players who are played at the very top level. So this group could go many, many different ways, in my opinion. But yeah, now we're heading over to Group B. In a World Cup where there's a group of death, the biggest nations in one group, the big hitters, someone big isn't making it out the group stages. Well, this Group B is not that. This is more the group of life, Canada, Bosnia, Qatar, and Switzerland. Yeah, this is not what one may consider primetime cinema. Not even probably subpar cinema. No offense to any of these nations, of course. It's just, I'm not fighting anyone over the remote for Bosnia versus Qatar. You feel me? But I think this group is pretty self-explanatory. Switzerland topped this easily. Like, is this even close? Switzerland feel like a constant in all of international football. Every time, we seem to forget they exist, but then they're just there. Euros there, World Cup there. They never fit. Birth of your firstborn, they were there. You just didn't notice, man. You feel me? And I just feel they got quality all over the pitch. That'll be enough to top this, no offense, very winnable group. And in second, I got Canada. Not only same with Mexico and having home court advantage, probably not to the same degree because it's probably it's much cooler in Canada, but still they have that home fans. Don't have to travel, But Not only that, they also have way more quality compared to the 2022 World Cup. And the 2022 World Cup, let's be honest, it was BTA. Did they win a single game? I'm pretty sure not. Future IO confirm. But now it feels like they have much more quality throughout the entire pitch. Before, it felt like they relied on Alphonso Davies, fellow Twitch streamer, actually. But now there's quality all over the pitch. Strikers, midfielders. It feels like they actually have a team right now rather than just a one-man carry job, you know? This isn't trying to think of a sports reference for any non-soccer watchers. This isn't a what 2018 Brawn on the Cows. This isn't that situation. And then in third, I'm gonna go Bosnia purely because they beat Italy. They beat Italy. Those pasta slurping, pizza, gelato merchants, man. They was it the third World Cup they haven't qualified for? Can they even be considered a big nation anymore? All I'm saying is, you Team USA, we've qualified for the last two. Scoreboard, folk. But yeah, what was I even talking about? Oh yeah, Italy suck. Bosnia beat them to get to through to the World Cup here, and I'm be honest, I genuinely don't know how good they are because yeah, they beat Italy, but anyone can beat Italy these days. I'm just piling on, but I feel like that's still way more than enough firepower to beat Qatar. Remember when I said Canada was BTA in the 2022 World Cup? Well, this was tank to in the 2022 World Cup for Qatar. Not only did they host the World Cup, they didn't pick up a single point. They might have scored one goal, but other than that, they did nothing. This isn't AFCON, so they can't just walk this like they always do. It seems like whenever it ain't AFCON, this team don't know what to do. So I got them bottom of the group for that reason. Okay, moving swiftly on to Group C, we have Brazil, Morocco, Scotland, and Haiti. Now this is a tasty little group. You know, you feel me? You got your little Brazil, your Morocco. You know, I feel like people sleeping on this group. I think a lot of people focused on groups like Group E and Group I. But this a tasty little group if you really think about that's Brazil, 5-time winners of the World Cup. They are they are the World Cup country. That's the country you think of when you think World Cup. Morocco, the shining star of Africa football right now. The AFCON winners. Through technicality, of course. And then we have Scotland and Haiti, who aren't any pushovers. Haiti beat New Zealand 4-0 the other day. But that's not going to stop them from holding this fourth place, though. I'm keeping a buck. The gap between them and the other three nations, in my opinion, is still too big. Now, in first, though, might be a little controversial. I'm going Morocco. Nah, I'm kidding. Brazil. I'm going Brazil. Should I go Morocco? I actually couldn't decide until the very last moment before I started recording. It's they're so close, I could see it going either way. Brazil, incredible firepower. Just incredible. So much attacking depth. My only issue, and their center backs. Center backs, great. Probably some of the best in the world. Their fullbacks. Who are these bums? Not a soul have heard of these fullbacks. Their starting one got injured a couple days ago, so now it's even just... What's the level below bum? Neanderthals? Who are these people? No offense at all, but... But then Morocco, it's just maybe I'm underrating them, but I just don't think they're as good as they were in the 2022. And hot take, I don't think they're going to do as well in this World Cup. I feel like teams are going to take them more seriously, going to get more in a deeper block when they play Morocco now, because if they showed up once you show up on the world stage, you one of the big boys now. No one's gonna actually attack you as much. They gonna park the bus and see what's up. But purely because of the attacking power and probably the fact that they are managed by probably one of, if not the best manager at the World Cup this year, Carlo Ancelotti, I think Brazil's just gonna edge it. This will probably come down to goal difference, but I have Morocco in second, and then Scotland in third, and Haiti, like I said, fourth. Scotland, I think they'll qualify as one of the third place groups because I feel like this is just who can get the most goals out of Haiti at this point. No offense to Haiti, of course. I've probably offended so many people and said no offense, but it just feels like Brazil will get the most points out of, like, most goals out of Haiti, and Scotland will get the least. But everyone's still going to beat them and go through purely based on that. Now in Group D is where we find the big USA, you feel me? Go Team USA, Christian Pulisic, the LeBron James of soccer, you know how we do it down here, Okay, but we're not winning this group. Paraguay, Australia, and Turkey are the other teams that consist of this group, and they're winning. I want to believe so bad. We have the home advantage. We are acclimated to this weather. Like every American on that team has probably kickball in the burning heat, the god awful sun that is what we know in the USA. My heart or my head. My heart or my head. Man, forget it. USA, baby. USA all the way. This is our year. This is our, not to win it. Okay, I ain't that crazy. But I think we can go on a little run this year. I believe this year. This is probably the strongest the team has looked in years. Only real issues are center backs, but I'm not even I believe. This may just be stupidity, but I believe. Turkey, they have an incredible attack. An incredible one. Probably some of the most dangerous young attackers so far. They feel like the underdog in every single World Cup until they eventually fold, and I feel like people are stopping to believe in them. But I don't know, this year the attack is immaculate. But similar to the USA, the back leaves a lot to be desired, you feel me? But call it bias because it is. Team USA wins this, and you can complain to no one because y'all all suck. And then I got Paraguay in third and Australia in fourth, which might be a bit of a shock, but I'm be so honest. This Australian team is aged out. All their really good players. Yes, they finished second in Asian qualifying, but I don't know, man. Feel like because unlike the USA and Turkey, Paraguay's defense is rock solid. They conceded one of the least amount of goals in all of South American qualifying, and Australia, unlike the other three, they don't have anything really going for them. Don't have an incredible attack. Don't have an incredible defense. It's just kind of there. So purely for that, I got them in fourth. In Group E, we have Germany, Curacao, I want to say, Cote d'Ivoire, aka the Ivory Coast, and Ecuador. This is another sleeper group of death because these are some great teams on paper. Germany, Ivory Coast, Ecuador, and I'm so sorry for Curacao. This is their first World Cup, and this is quite literally a baptism of fire, But I should probably. I feel like I still do think. Do I be basic? No, I think everyone's favorite is probably Germany to top this group, but no, I got Ecuador. Their defense is immaculate, one of the best, one of the best in the entire world right now. The best in South American qualifying, but definitely the best in the entire world. Definitely can go band for one of the best defenses in the world. And I just think Germany in the last few World Cups, 2022 didn't make it out the groups. 2018 also performed not too hot. But Ecuador, they're in good form. I feel like they're just gonna ride that form on to top the group, and I got Germany in second. But don't get it twisted though. Similar to what was the last one? Similar to Group C. I think it could definitely go either way. This will also come down to goal difference. Who can put the most? I'm so sorry for these like smaller teams, but who can put the most again past Curacao is what it might really come down to. Germany got a very good midfield, got some good attacking quality, but their strikers are a little shaky right now. But other than that, like I said, it's just coming down who can pump Curacao better. Pause. And then in third, I got Ivory Coast. Hold on. I'm not just a salty Nigerian. I swear there's a reason. I just don't think... Yes, I am a salty Nigerian. I'm lying, bro. Third, they can hold that. Group F. Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, and Tunisia. I feel like this group is also quite straightforward. Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, Tunisia. It's already in the right order. Netherlands, of course, always going to be known for having a very solid defense, rock solid in the back, but a lot to be desired up front. But compared to the other teams in this group, this should be more than enough to carry them out of the group stages. I got Japan coming in second because, you know how I said for, Australia, where they're not very good at many things. Feels like Japan are all right at just about everything. Not great, not bad, not incredible, but they aight. Definition of aight across the board. A good attack, a good defense, a good offense. Nothing crazy, but they aight. They a little team. And that's, they just got a good structure to them, and Blue Lock. You feel me? Blue Lock. This will be Blue Lock Part 2. You heard? And then I got Sweden in third. Missing some key players. But they're low-key. They should be better on paper than they seem. Like, the players they have should be enough to carry them second, maybe even first in the group, but they're just not very good, like, when they play together. Their attack should be their strongest point, but the attack just doesn't seem to click at times. And with that subpar defense, it's like, well, now what much else do you want to do? If the attack ain't clicking, not much to do. And I just think they're just going to barely squeeze through in third. And Tunisia, I'm not going to lie, bro. I know nothing about Tunisia, so I'm just going to go to Group G. In Group G, we got Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand. They're old, but I still think Unk still got it. KDB, Courtois, Lukaku. Yes, the Tim's man himself. I still think Unk's got it. The Unk Brigade is going to... Maybe if they were in a more difficult group, they'd struggle, but let's be honest. They're going to walk this group down. Maybe Egypt put up a bit of a fight, but I don't know, man. The Unk Brigade's going to walk this one down. And in second, I'm going to go with Egypt. Purely because of, it's just solid vibes. Marmouche and Party on. You feel me? As long as those two players don't get injured, I think their attack will be just good enough to carry them out of these group stages. And third, I'm gonna go with Iran. They were all right in the 2022 World Cup. They're probably going to be all right now. And come on, I'm sorry, New Zealand is not better than Iran. And unfortunately, this will be Tim Payne's one and only World Cup, and he will be grouped, which is just such a sad thing to see. But it is what it is, and we must trudge on as a people, even though the greatest player to ever do it will not be making it to the knockout stage. I just need a second. Okay, in Group H, we got Spain, Cape. Hold on. I was right. Cape Verde, South Arabia, and Uruguay, or as Speed likes to put it, Uruguay. Okay, this is also a pretty simple one. Spain is walking ish down. Lamine Yamal is walking ish down. They are the European champions. They are walking ish down. Second is gonna be Uruguay, not even close, and then Saudi Arabia and Cabo Verde will be rounding out the list. Saudi Arabia, their league's improved. I'll give them that. The Saudi Pro League tossed a bunch of money at, some big names. Cristiano Ronaldo. Bro, is the Saudi Pro League even still a thing, bro? I can barely remember, anything about it. Some other players I'll probably put pictures of because I can't remember them right now. And, so I think they're all right. And then Cabo Verde, yet again, just hopefully maybe they'll stun us. You never know with these small teams. And every team here always have, there's always going to be an upset in every single World Cup. So I know for a fact there's going to be one random small nation who's going to go on a crazy run, throw off everyone's predictions, and make us look like clowns or whatever. But this is how I got Group H. And in Group I, remember when I said Group B was like buns? Group I is quite the opposite. I think I'm tearing up, bro. This is peak cinema, bro. France, World Cup finalists in 2022, World Cup winners in 18. Senegal, the real AFCON winners. And Norway, led by a robot in a man named Erling Braut Haaland, who absolutely smashed up qualifiers, scored a ridiculous amount of points, and walked ish down. And then Iraq, but, it's 3-4-4. It's all right. This is actually, you best believe, if Group I is on, I'm watching one of their games. I don't care, man. It's actually, let's be for real. Iraq, you're going bottom. Unless one of these teams just implodes, 13 ACL tears on the same team. Unfortunately, you're not making out these groups. Let's already keep the suitcase pass. Keep them on the plane. Matter of fact, just save yourself the hassle. Bro, I feel so bad for slandering these teams. But all this is in good faith. Just jokes. France, Norway, Senegal. You know what? Let me put my balls on the table. Let me be not a sheep. I will be that black spot in the bunch of white balls. You know the image, I put it on the screen. Norway is topping this group. Yeah, I said it. France in second, Senegal in third, Iraq fourth. Norway. This is, maybe it's just because I want to see this fairy tale. I want to see Norway go through. And it's not even like they're a bad team. It's just, they're such a good team, but that I feel but other people are still underrating them. This is a very good team. On paper, Holland, oh dear God, but whatever. Oscar Bob, Strand Larson, they have such a good attack and a defense and midfield, defensive midfield that it's all right, but just the firepower alone, I feel like it's gonna be enough. And my underperformers for this World Cup, I believe France will, how do they put this, shit the bed. I just don't think they're as good as people are saying. Their attack, elite. Defense, elite. Incredible. But they're just, that midfield, not the attacking midfield. They got plenty in the attacking midfield. That pivot, it's not speaking to me. Not quite my tempo. You feel me? It's just, it feels like it could be so easily overrun. I know it's a tall order to lock up dictator Kylian Mbappe. You feel me? But I feel that midfield just ain't speaking to me. So I'm going to edge Norway just above them. And like I said previously, this is going to come down to goal difference. Group I, 100 million% is going to come down to goal difference and probably the head-to-head game between them. France and versus Norway is actually going to be peak cinema. Oh my goodness, I just thought, the real World Cup final. Okay, Senegal, I'm not going to lie. Did they win AFCON? 100 million%. Did they also lose to the U.S. in a friendly? 100 million%. I love Team USA, but we ain't France or Norway, so if you can't even beat us, I don't. But y'all are still some strong competitors. No offense. In Group J, we got Argentina, Algeria, Austria, and Jordan. He's the GOAT, man. I don't care if he's 41, 39, 50, 12. He's still the GOAT. At whatever age, he's the GOAT. He is the GOAT. He is and will forever be the GOAT of football. Ronaldo can hold it. He will even if Ronaldo wins this World Cup, Messi will still be and forever be the better player. He's the greatest player to ever kick a ball. He is the best player. And if you disagree, I don't like you. Yeah, what you gonna do? I don't like you if you don't agree, so haha. And Argentina are just in an easy group in my opinion. Are they the world current holders? Yes. Are they not as good as they were back then? Also yes. But they still have those same pieces, the same manager that got them to a World Cup final and won them a World Cup final. So it wouldn't be crazy to see them top this group. Wouldn't be crazy to see them go far. Do I think they'll win it again? No. Do I think they'll still go far? Yes. And in second, I got Austria. Just a very well-organized team, well-built. They got good tactics. Manager Ralf Rangnick, if I'm saying that correctly, he's got a well-drilled team. You know, they're not like, they don't have crazy star players, maybe Savitzer, but they just have a very good team, and that's all you really need to be to go deep in this World Cup. I feel like it's just, can you have a decent little team together who can play good enough football to, win? Yeah. And then in third, I'm just going to go Algeria purely because I know Algeria has some decent little players coming up, and also Mahrez, who is probably, is he a legend of the game now? I feel like he can be considered a legend of the game. He's been in the prime for so many years, left to Saudi not too long ago, but still a very good player who could still make the difference for Algeria, especially against probably a subpar Jordan side, but you never know. Jordan could make a surprise. In Group K, I got Portugal topping the group. Yes, I say Ronaldo's worse than Messi, but he's still, Portugal is still getting through. But my question is Portugal better without Ronaldo or worse? Because a lot of people are saying Ronaldo's holding Portugal back because he's old now. He can't keep up with the tempo of the game, which I just think is stupid. Ronaldo's always going to be Ronaldo. A GOAT is always going to be a GOAT. He's not the GOAT. He's secondary GOAT. Okay, he's secondary GOAT. But I don't think him being there is going to be such a detriment to Portugal to the point that he'll make them worse. Their team is actually incredibly stacked from their midfield to their defense. Probably their biggest weakness is their attack. Yes, Ronaldo is aging, and yes, their wingers aren't in the best of form, but still, it's Portugal. The power of speed will just carry them on, even if they're performing bad. And can I just say, speed may one day just surpass Ronaldo in popularity. He'll go to different countries. They treat this brother like he's a god, bro. I swear. It'll be like he'll do one backflip and it's like he's parting the Red Sea. But it's actually ridiculous. It started with one donation on Twitch. And then we have Colombia. Colombia, of course, very good team. Players like Luis Diaz performed very well in qualifiers, and not much to say about them. Just a very good team overall. Did well in their qualifiers, and I think that will carry on into the World Cup. Get them second, not be able to beat Portugal quite, but still good enough for second. And then I have, this is really a toss-up between DR Congo and Uzbekistan. I feel like they're about the same level in quality-wise, but I think I'm just going to edge it DR Congo purely because I feel like, I'm going to be so real, I just recognize more names on the team sheet. Uzbekistan, they could easily get third as well, but it doesn't really matter because I have neither of them progressing through the group stages. And then in Group L, it may not be coming home, but, or is it? Okay, my issue with Group L, well, England, I mean, they have such good players, but none of them are playing well right now. It's actually ridiculous. Like, on paper, the names, you look at the names, you're like, ooh, that's a great player. Ooh, that's an even better player. But they're not playing very great right now, are they? And I don't know about Tommy T, you feel me? The football ain't been very hot, but let me even check their form. Yeah, lost in a... I guess the form going into it's Ghana, oh my D. No, the Black Stars gotta take themselves and their eggs home. But yeah, England just not in the best form player wise. A lot of players you thought would probably go to this World Cup did end up going. A lot of outrage based on the team sheet. Probably also the heat. Let's be honest. A hot day in England is actually a joke compared to a hot day in America. And I just feel uninspired by this team. I'm going to be so real. I don't really know why they got rid of their old manager, made it to a final last in the Euros, made it to another back-to-back finalists in the Euros, mind you. Sure, they didn't win, but they made it to the finals, semifinals in the 2022 World Cup. No, quarterfinals. Yes, they just lost to France too. It wasn't like France blew them out. It was like, it was France, which is acceptable because it was 2022 France. It's like that's like losing to the losing to the Prime Warriors. Oh, you lost. You got swept 4-0, but it was Prime Warriors, so it's all good. They could do something. Harry Kane is the one player who is in great form, and he might just be able to drag this team over the line, but it's still uninspiring. I think Croatia still got it in them. The perpetual dark horse. Can they even be called a dark horse anymore? Since the 2018 World Cup, it just feels like they've just been good. It's not like it's a surprise. They're good. It's just been it's Croatia. They're good again. Whatever. The grass is green. Water is wet. Yes, water is wet. And the world keeps spinning. Are they getting old? Yes, but similar to Belgium, the Unks still got it. The Wonder Unks can still pull something out the bag, and they do have some younger players coming in who may be able to make a difference. The Black Stars. Man, forget this. Get this on my face. Yes, the Black Stars will be in third. They don't have Mohamed Kudus. I think it'll be a major blow, actually, because I feel like they are heavily reliant on their two wingers. Can I even talk about them? Bro, we didn't even qualify, man. Nigeria, why? I can't even slander them now because we can't even... And Panama fourth, whatever, bro. I don't even care, bro. Now let's pick the best third place teams. Okay, so out of the something amount of third place teams, we got to pick 8 will qualify as the best third place team, because as we now know in this new format, the best third place teams will qualify into the round of 32. So confidently, I'm saying 100% Cote d'Ivoire, going to be one of the best third place teams. Sweden, one of the best third place teams. Scotland, one of the better third place teams. Czechia, Saudi Arabia, Senegal. Ooh, okay. Now it's getting... We have 2 spots left. I need to check the groups again. Bosnia, only because Qatar would be easy way to farm points. And it's actually getting hard now. I think I'm gonna go with. Yo, this is actually more difficult than I thought. I think I'm just gonna edge it to Algeria. Al- Algeria, yeah. Purely, now bias. Yeah, okay. And that is my knockout for the World Cup. And we'll discuss in a future video what the knockout phase is going to look like. So, based on my predictions, it's going to be Ecuador versus Scotland, Norway versus Sweden, Korea versus Canada, Netherlands versus Morocco, Colombia versus Croatia, Spain versus Austria, USA versus Bosnia, Belgium versus Czechia, Brazil versus Japan. Ooh, hold on, that's a tasty little game. Germany versus France, another tasty little game. Mexico versus Saudi Arabia, England versus Senegal, Argentina versus Uruguay, Turkey versus Egypt, Switzerland versus Algeria, and Portugal versus Cote d'Ivoire. We'll be back with a future video once the World Cup starts, predicting the knockout phases, seeing who we think's going to win, who's going to win the Golden Boot, so on and so forth. Y'all have a wonderful day. Catch y'all on the flip side. Ugh, I sound like an unk.